between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth. It's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, a look there at the Carolina head coach. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys head coach. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. And off we go from Arlington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Panther is now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
14 on the pickup. It's a Carolina first down. They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right, taking off, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point is good. The Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So that Cowboy offense offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft. From North Dakota State, it's Trey Lance.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he's found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. And with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
Ready,
To throw, here's Lance. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
let's go now. Hut.
They run straight ahead with Blue. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
At the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Here, ready?
Throwing, Lance. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut.
Now Lance. And this ball's intercepted by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Noel. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. This one caught at the floor. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board. All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain, that is a complete safety play.
Looks, and he'll go down at the 4-yard line.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Panthers move out on top, 14-0.
Cowboys, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back, Jaden Blue, heading back out there. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
Let's go now. Ready?
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run the toss here with Blue. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
It's now 3rd down.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
It is 3rd and long. Lance looking to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. First time to Lamb in this one, and it's a 1st down.
At the 50-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready. 52 Blue. Ready.
Now, faking the give. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
52 Blaster.
1st and 10
45.
at the 37-yard line.
Set.
Pistol snap with Lance. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it. 2nd down and 2.
Set. Ready. Black 40. Drill. 52. Hut.
To throw is Lance. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the
Here we
22-yard
go.
line.
Set.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points,
Ready.
all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Set. Set.
Here's Lance. That's taken in. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal.
First and 10
Set.
at the 10-yard line.
They'll run with Blue. And a short pickup down inside the 10.
Come on.
Lance. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Look. Stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Ready. Set. Hut. Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a screen set up for Blue, and he's in. Jaden Blue, touchdown Cowboys.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, Cowboys 7.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here comes the screen to Brooks. He's got room past the 25. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Panthers, 1st down.
Let's go.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. That's Noel. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Panthers, 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Now he's just going to pitch this one forward.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Turn there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Cowboys offense and their running back, Jaden Blue, heading back out there. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league.
Down. 10 set.
To throw, here's Lance. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Ready. Hut, hut.
A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. On the ground, it's Blue. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2 yards
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
At the Panthers' 23-yard
Here we go.
line.
Check, hut.
This is Blue. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Third down and 3.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Throwing, Lance, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want... to settle for 3, and now it's 1st and goal.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
On the set.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Block 40. Ready.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Set. Hut. Ready.
Now Lance. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Donovan is a rocker. In there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. And even 30 yards.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Carolina.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Let's go now. Ready.
Lance looking to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the the 47-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go. Cut.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Off balance throw, it's complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This one from 54 yards out. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on Gang Green, the New York Jets. And here's the Bears running back. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Bears get the hard-fought victory. They win by 2. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they play host to the LA Chargers. And here's the Chiefs wideout. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Chiefs wind up taking this one by a touchdown. One more to bring you now. Let's go to Vegas, shall we? The Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, and it's Ashton Genty. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Cowboys offense and their running back, Jalen Blue, heading back out there. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there.
Set, ready. Cut, cut.
They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Jeffrey Bossa there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set.
To throw is Lance. Defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43, set.
Here's Lance. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The PAT up and good. Panthers are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return coming from the 14. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down.
Down. Close. Black 40. Set.
Lance. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a first down.
Come on, set. Ready?
On first down, here's Blue. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll look to pick up the pace.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready.
They'll give it to Lamb on the jet sweep. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of
17 yards, the gain there. First down, Cowboys.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space. They're a handful to track down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready?
A run on 1st and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal.
2nd and
Let's
goal.
go now. Set.
Blue trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The Cowboys have Lance and the offense out there, and they're going to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he stops at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Drive will start on the ground. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third down. They need 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. It's second down.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Throwing now from the gun. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. That's fielded at the 7. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. 10 cycles. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring us second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a first down.
Here we go. Cut.
A run with Blue. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Blue. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jeffrey Fossa there to bring him down.
Fossa on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup brings up
On third down, they'll set up to throw.